Hello everyone, thank you all so much for being here. My name is Hannah Broughton and I am Spotify's data analytics consultant. First of all, I just want to congratulate Spotify on all the success they've had in the past years. The data collection and what they've done with it has been absolutely incredible, and I know at this rate it is truly only up from here. And with that said, I'm kind of here to help ensure that we keep going up and try to bring some new ideas to you all. Look at what we've already done in the past and how it really has impacted where we are now as well as where we're going in the future. With that being said, I absolutely want to commend Spotify on a couple of the ways that data has been collected and has been being used in the past, and something that should definitely be kept moving forward. One of these is definitely the way we use our two different versions of the app. I think this really allows consumers to kind of feel like they're in control. It gives them options so that it doesn't feel like we're necessarily pinning them to one box. So with our regular subscription that we have, I definitely think it is a smart idea to not always charge our consumers, just because it does allow them to still have that control, that feeling that, oh, we don't necessarily have to pay all this money. We can still listen to the exact same music. Now, with that said, it does not come with all the benefits that our premium subscription does have, which I think is definitely a smart marketing move. We're able to gain revenues through the ads that we include in our regular subscription, but in our premium subscription, we are able to get paid directly from the consumer. So I think this was an incredible choice that we have made, and definitely something we should continue with. I also love the way we are collecting our data, using the information that we're getting from consumers to understand our consumers is definitely the way to continue to go. Understanding what songs they're skipping, what songs they're downloading, what songs are they adding to certain playlists. I think this is something that is really benefiting our company, and that we can better understand our consumers as they move forward. It allows them to kind of feel like we are connecting with them on a deeper level, especially with our weekly features that we're offering to consumers, allowing them to kind of have a playlist moving into the next week that just collects all the data that we used from the week before, giving them new music that they probably wouldn't have heard before. It also expands into our artist category, growing that as well, which just, it's hitting so many targets that I definitely have to say we must continue moving forward with that. I do think we are doing a great job with our unstructured data and collecting that. I do agree that we could also move forward with looking at possibly other playlists that other customers have built. So not necessarily playlists that we've created for our consumers, but playlists that other consumers have created that have been made public for other consumers on the app to look at. So I think we can definitely kind of use that and look at our data in terms of kind of seeing where other people's music trends may be moving towards. That would allow us to kind of predict more so into the future. Obviously, this isn't going to ever be a perfect science because we are not able to see into the future, but I do think the ability to predict even a week or a day or two in advance, finding new songs that consumers wouldn't have heard before, and letting them kind of get a glimpse into that would help, I think, move forward and allow them to grow and download even more music, because as we move forward, things are obviously going to grow, playlists are going to grow, people are going to add more music. So I definitely think that would be a positive form of unstructured data to start looking at. I do want to absolutely commend our company as well on our one-to-one marketing tactics. I think we have done an incredible job with that, especially in gaining back the artists that we have lost in the past. I know at the beginning of the company we did struggle with kind of not exactly including our artists in the way we should have, just due to by the time the songs were downloaded and whatnot, the profits were not exactly hitting artist pockets the way they necessarily wanted. So I think we have done an incredible job with gaining that group back, especially with our artist app that allows these artists that we've lost in the past to almost want to be a part of our company. They feel like they are also being included, not just as listeners, but as artists that are putting out music. I think we have done a fantastic job with welcoming them back to our company, and giving them data as well as that we have been collecting. Kind of allows them to almost feel like they are with us in the company. It gives them that very personalized feeling. We've provided them with data about what their listeners are kind of picking as their songs, picking their top favorites, that kind of stuff. We also have a lot of personalization aspects to both apps, even to our regular Spotify app that allows consumers to make bios, add profile pictures, create their own playlists, make them private, public. All those things have definitely been benefits, but also for our artists, they've been able to create artist bios, pick their favorite song of music that they've released. We also, due to our acquisition of SoundBetter, we are able to promote, or not us able to promote, but allow other record labels to promote their own music. And again, I think that just adds a very personalized feeling to our outside consumers. Not only are they sitting as listeners, but they also are sitting as music publishers, allowing them to just sit with us more in a high chair and allow them to feel like they are being included in the role that they have. I do feel that there are a couple innovations that could still be made nonetheless. As I stated when I opened, I want us to continue as a company to grow, to gain more following. There's plenty of people that we haven't necessarily reached. We have obviously competitor brands like Apple Music and Amazon Music. So I definitely think innovations are by no means a bad thing. It should definitely be looked at and start collecting on data on things like that. I will say, I think I have noticed, especially in the past, we had a big wave of personalization kind of come into the marketing area in terms of things like monograms over a decade ago, and things like that. And I definitely think as a culture, especially the younger generation, there is a move towards that once again. Not necessarily in terms of monogramming and personalizing things for yourself, but personalizing things for other people, in terms of almost a gift-giving aspect. And by this, I think what I'm trying to employ Spotify to do is almost to go and create things that are going to be more personalized gift ideas. Something like creating a ringtone specifically directly by Spotify that your loved one may be able to pick whatever they would want you to wake up to that morning. I think that would be a way for people like who are in long distance relationships to share a sweet moment in the morning if they may not get to see each other. I think there we could also open another app that is specifically meant to connect two people far apart, to send music directly to each other that almost allows them to be in the driver's chair and to control what type of music they are necessarily listening to, but just from the aspect of the idea that I'm thinking about this other person, let me use music that Spotify has provided us to share these things. And I think because of that, there will be a share of music, there will be more downloads, and this will also allow us to almost be able to predict where music trends are leaning by what type of music people are sharing with others. Because obviously when music gets shared, information also gets shared to other people, and that is ultimately consumed into their minds. And as to whether they download that, not download that, we can kind of predict where they're inching towards with what their new music tastes. And I definitely think that would be something to look forward to in the future as well. Just the ability to predict almost what's to come, and allow us to feed that again into what people will be listening to in the future. But that is all I have for everyone today. I want to say thank you so much for sitting and listening. I definitely think our company is on the up, and it will continue on the up as long as we continue to look at our data, analyze our data, and seek out new data. So thank you, everyone.